Welcome on board, inspired by nature. I'd like to say a big hello to all the existing subscribers, but there's lots of new subscribers come on board too. A lot of new viewers, and thank you for joining me if you're watching this. Well, that was quite an experience going on television, New Lives in the Wild. If you haven't watched the episode of New Lives in the Wild, then you can go to the D5 website and you'll be able to stream it from there. And you can also use the app as well. It all started back in 2024 when I got an email from the producer of New Lives in the Wild asking would it be okay if Ben come and stays on the boat for a week to find out what life is like on the canal, but also to find out about my story, how I ended up living on the water on the narrowboat. How could I turn down, telling my story to such a wonderful person as Ben Fogle? I said yes. It was a very wonderful experience, but also emotional. As you know, I live in the moment, and I spend my day sometimes just doing nothing or just being out in nature, sat on the roof of my boat, and just enjoying stillness and tranquility. And the team of 6, including Ben, came along and spent the week with me. But not obviously everybody stayed on the boat. What is Ben Fogle like? Well, he's nice on telly. He's even nicer when you're with him in person. Honestly, he's a wonderful person. He was very caring, very understanding, and he was giving me plenty of hugs. But it wasn't all emotional stuff during the filming for a week. There was quite some funny times, and laughter, and there was a bit of joking about, They fed me well, I got fed, they respected my boat, they kept it clean at the end of the day. It was tiring, I'll admit, it was very tiring. I was quite drained. Just come into the woods to take a little break. There's quite a lot of work involved when you're making a film programme. We're all on a bit of a lunch break at the moment. A few moments to myself. Just to tune into nature. The film crew are really nice. The producers, director, coordinator, cameraman, sound man, all lovely, and especially Ben. And he is a really wonderful man. Honestly, he's just so down to earth and nice. He's very tall, gentle giant. Wow, they're beautiful, aren't they? Gosh, look at them. One there. One there. A little acorn on top there. Like little flying saucers, aren't they? Fancy swapping this camera for this one?
Why not, mate? I'll give you a trade.
Yeah? Excellent. I'm just coming up to that bridge that you saw on the television programme that Ben opened, but it looks like I'm going to actually have to do this single-handed. So what I need is the key. So this is the key that Ben used to open the bridge, and when he came back from the bridge, you haven't seen this, but off screen, Ben decided to play a little trick on me. It was a stone that he'd picked up off the ground, and there's me thinking that this key was going in the water. although they're a very professional team, you know, that we still had a laugh and a lot of fun. This is where Ben got into a bit of a panic, really. He did, didn't he? He says, "Oh, there's a car, stop the car, stop the car." But you do have to watch for traffic and make sure it's all clear before you set this thing off. When I put my key in here, then barriers are down and that gate starts opening, I've got to dash back to the boat, jump on, bring the boat through, moor the boat up at the other side, jump back off the boat, and then get back here to then shut the barriers. It's quite a task. And it was a lot easier when Ben Fogle was helping me. With me filming this, I'm best leaving the camera up near the boat because I haven't got time to move the camera around to film it, because otherwise it's just going to take too much time and we don't want to cause too much disruption to the traffic. Key turned, button pressed, and there goes the alarm. There we go, so it's opening now. There we go, right, bridge open. One vehicle waiting. Let's hope not too many vehicles arrive. Let's get this boat pushed out. Right, and off we go. Oh, we got two vehicles waiting now, one at the other side. I jump off the back. Right, we've pressed the close button now. So the swing bridge is closing, that's good. So that's the warning sign that the barriers are going up. Thanks. Thank you. So now you can see how difficult it is, you know, when you're a solo boater. Right, let's go cruising. And wasn't it lovely to see my mother on television? She was really proud to have seen that, but there is a piece that has been cut out. This is a very special moment, so enjoy. It's Mother, me and Ben Fogle, and well, I'll just let you watch. Enjoy. Oh, cool.
Someone's ringing.
Yeah, let's see who this is. Hello? Hey, Mum. Hiya.
Hello, David.
Hello.
Hello.
Very nice to
Hello.
meet you over the video.
Yes, it is. I've watched you a lot on television.
Oh, that's very nice to hear. Your son is doing a great job at getting me to clean all the windows.
Oh, they get steamed up a lot easy, don't they?
Have you been out on the boat?
Some years ago, before I had the stroke, because I've had a stroke, you see, 4 years ago, and of course I'm not being very good keeping my balance, because I have to have a stick, you know, to walk with.
Well, you look in very good health now.
Yes, I'm not doing too bad, you know. I keep looking after myself, yes. And I'm happy where I am, yes.
What do you think about Dave living out here on the canal?
I like to watch him, and I like to see his boat. It's beautiful and clean. I knitted a scarf for him for the winter.
Where's the scarf?
It's bright.
It's too warm.
Bright green to match his boat.
Oh, look,
Yes.
I've got a bright green shirt on. You can see this. I was worried I'd be camouflaged, though it's the same colour as the boat, so I've had to cover up a little bit. Otherwise, Dave won't find me. Although maybe to get out of cleaning, I need to hide myself and pretend I'm not here.
Yes, yes.
And have you got are you worried about Dave at all? Do you have anything to ask him?
Yes, about the level of the water.
The levels, Mum, we've had the rain. We've had lots of rain, so the canals have got plenty of water in now, and we're not on the bottom anymore, so everything's good, and we're cruising with Ben, so yeah.
It does feel a little bit like we're cruising on a puddle, though, Anne. It's very shallow.
Very shallow, yes. No, it's lovely because I really enjoyed watching, and I watch all the Canal programs, on television.
Yes.
I enjoy, and I love football. I'm a football fan.
Which team do you
Aston
support?
Villa.
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa.
I'm a Liverpool fan.
Yes, so you're a Liverpool pudding. Yes.
Oh, well, it's so lovely to speak to you. I'm so glad that you're looking so healthy after your stroke, though.
Yes, thank you very much. I don't have any help. I don't have any carers because I'm quite capable of doing for myself now,
Am I right in hearing that you worked in the entertainment business?
Yes, I work for Les Dawson.
Les Dawson.
The Les Dawson, and his daughter keeps in touch with me. It was a lovely man. It was really lovely. I really enjoyed working with him.
How did you work with him? What did you do?
I was seamstress. I used to do all the costumes, make the costumes up for the shows.
Wow. So Dave was telling me about the time he was a redcoat.
Yes.
So obviously it's in the family genes, entertainment.
Yes,
So I don't know Julie Dawson, but will you say hello from me?
I will do. Yes, I will do. Definitely. Yes. Yes.
Well, listen,
So-
I've gate crashed your conversation, and I think you called to speak to your son, not to speak to me. So I'll send you a big kiss
lovely.
down the phone. So lovely to meet you. I'll look after your son. Don't worry. He's actually looking after me.
Yes, okay. Okay, Ben. Thank you very much.
So lovely to see you. I'm going to go back to
Bye.
polishing the windows.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, bye.
Hi, Mum.
Bye, David. Lovely
All right.
laugh.
Well, I'll talk to you later on, yeah? I'll give you a call
Yes,
later
okay.
because we're going to go cruising again soon.
Okay.
All right.
Enjoy your cruise.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Superpowers. I can't believe it. We're stuck. We're stuck. Bear with me. It's wonderful the amount of comments and messages that I've received, and private messages is actually overwhelming. There was just thousands, and just impossible to really sort of like answer everyone, And thank you if you sent a comment in. Thank you so much. And if I didn't get back to you, I apologise. But I can't spend all my day, can I? Just answering emails, messages and things like that. But there has been some lovely comments left and much appreciated. It's really uplifting for me. During filming, there was no actual sort of script apart from the director just pointing in the right direction for Ben, and how he speaks is from the heart, which I think is fabulous, isn't it? If we come from the heart, when we're communicating with somebody, that's the best way. I asked him if I could interview him, and guess what? Yeah, he allowed me to interview him. How lovely is that? So sit back, relax, and enjoy this little interview with Ben Fogle. Thank you for coming along.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a great experience, and I've got to say this. It's not in a bad way, but you've triggered me into so many things, and a lot of stuff has surfaced this week since you've been here filming. A lot, but I'm grateful for it because it's brought up a lot of emotional stuff to the surface.
There've been a few tears.
Yeah, quite a lot. But it's good because I feel better for it.
Good, I hope so.
Because I've not spoken so deeply about a lot of things until being, on your programme. So Thank you for that. I'm very grateful. I have a deep connection with nature, and as we've talked in the program, is that it's my healer. I wondered if you get the same thing from nature yourself. Does it help you heal?
Absolutely, 100%. It's one of the reasons I've sort of dedicated my life to the wilderness, and not just, wilderness on the edge of urbanness. We're pretty close to Macclesfield, to Manchester here, but sometimes I am lucky enough to go to much further away places, whether it's the Himalaya, whether it's outer Mongolia, and I think each wilderness has its own thing to give, but I think at the heart of it is just time. It's what you have here when you can sit and play your guitar on the roof of your canal boat and just switch off. I don't think many of us have many opportunities in our very busy, hectic lives to switch off, and I think that's what you have had a chance to do. So yes, very much so.
What was it like rowing across the Atlantic?
I mean, a life-changing experience. It was a long time ago now. I'm kind of still living off the heroics of something I did best part of 20 years ago, but it was a beautiful experience. Like you, I love the water. We've been chatting about your time in Tenerife and free diving, and even here on the canal, I feel very at home. So for me, I think it was about the thing I loved about that was having time to think, maybe a little bit too much time, but I loved being close to the ocean. I think some people are drawn to water, others can't stand it. There are people who I think what we call landlubbers, and they very much want to live apart from water. But for me, it gave me an opportunity to live a lifestyle I thought I would always live. I thought I would live on a boat, near the sea, on the cliff, and I don't live too far away from the River Thames, but for me that was an opportunity to kind of be on the ocean for a couple of months, and I loved it. It was hard, but I learnt a lot about myself.
And of course, rowing across the Atlantic, you had all that space that we talk about. But was it too much space?
We had very little kind of communication with the outside world. See, we had a satellite phone, but you're very limited in data. Things have changed in 20 years. Now people cross the Atlantic with live streaming all the way across. So it's very difficult, I think, now to press that stop or pause button. But for me, it was very much, I was very much in my own head. And I think there's a danger of sometimes you can have a little bit too much time. I think we need interactions with other people. I think we're a social species. I think it's important to have a sort of a community. And when you're at sea alone like that, I was with my good friend James Cracknell, but it was very much like ships in the night. We didn't spend a huge amount of time in the waking hours together. So yes, there probably was a danger of spending a little bit too much time and overthinking. But I still, I loved the experience, and it changed me a lot.
The other night you mentioned that you even had a bit of a plan of possibly living on a narrowboat at one time, or getting a narrowboat. Tell me a bit more about that.
I think that was probably when I was first, after I did that reality show where I lived on an island for a year and came back to city life, was in London trying to find a foothold on the property ladder, looking for a flat, and I actually looked at a couple of narrowboats at that point, and a couple of kind of Dutch barges on the Thames, and was very, very tempted to do that. Economically, it wasn't going to work. I couldn't get a mortgage. It was very difficult to get a loan. So I decided to go for traditional bricks and mortar in the end. That actually happened to work out pretty well in terms of investment and things. But I've always had a slight regret that I was never able to actually live this lifestyle. But I think had I done that, my life would have gone off on a very different tangent anyway. But it's been a real privilege to spend the week on yours, to kind of itch that scratch and to see what life is like. And I think people will really love watching your very gentle, beautiful, peaceful lifestyle that you have chosen to live in this beautiful canal.
And keeping the old tradition alive as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if we didn't have narrowboats on the canals, we'd lose that touch with the history part of it, because that's how it all started, with boats going up and down the canal.
Absolutely.
Not as a leisure thing, but the coal boats and Yeah. Well, thank you very much for joining me. I've really enjoyed your company, and it will be sad to see you go, but much appreciated. Ben said to me at the beginning of the programme, look, you know, you'll love the experience. It'll be all good at first, all new, but there'll be a point when you wish we weren't here, you know, and when we've gone, you'll be really pleased. And I was really, because I got my space back. You know, I was able to have that peace and tranquility. But it was sad to see Ben leave. You know, he is such a wonderful person, and I'm grateful to the film crew, Rushlight Films, and Channel 5, and Ben for coming along and filming and letting me share my story. I think this will do nicely. Well, more up here. I just want to make sure there's not many overhanging branches, because with the high winds that we've recently had, we might get them again. And so it's always safe to not moor directly under huge branches or where there's chance of a tree falling on top of the boat. But we should be okay here. That's good. Turn the engine off. Chimney done, ladder's done. Woodpecker. I don't know if you could hear that then. There's a woodpecker in the woods here. And I've noticed the birds are all flying around in front of the boat. But there's nothing in here, so I better fill these bird feeders up, and because they're all waiting for me. They're saying Dave's back again, so I'll get them filled up, and hopefully we might even get the woodpecker coming on the boat again. That'll be wonderful. Right, got a real big treat for them. Oh, they're gonna love this. And it won't be long when I go in and put the kettle on. They'll be out. They'll be down here in no time, because I've seen them. Yeah, I can see you. They're already eyeing up what I'm up to at the moment. They know I'm putting food out. They're not daft. Well, how do I get to? Oh, that's nice. Quite tasty, really. Oh, they're going to enjoy this. That's really going to fatten them up and give them plenty of energy over winter into spring, which is coming soon, actually. Right, where should we put this? In the middle, I think. I think about there. That looks good. So we just get that tied on. I think they're going to be happy with that. Time for kettle on, and yeah, you watch. Go put the kettle on, get me a cup of tea. They'll be out, they'll be very quick. They can smell it a mile away. Enjoy. Right, brew. And we'll get on that roof as well. Wow. Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's always a good indication when you hear the birds singing a lot more. Spring is on the way. It's nearly 8 years since I've been on the boat, and over that period of time I've had plenty of moments to reflect, go through emotional experiences, release energy, release actually that traumatic energy, you know, of the past. The story's been told, but the story still continues. But maybe it's just a new chapter that's about to open up for me. I know 2026 is going to be a good year, I said on my last vlog. And I know I've had plenty of time to reflect, and it was, like I say, it was October when they filmed, and things have changed for me now. It's time to move on from that, you know, to live now in the present moment, to enjoy now, and yeah, and just look at all the beautiful things. Of course, remember all the memories of the past, all them beautiful memories, you know, all the good times. That's okay to look at and remember. And when you get to my age, you don't want to be falling out with anybody. I don't want enemies. What's the point? I've always said love is the answer, you know, and it is. There's too much fighting going on in the world, too much badness going on, you know, it's crazy, isn't it? We see it. We should be all kind to each other, shouldn't we? We only get one chance on this planet, really, don't we? I mean, you could talk about afterlife and coming back as I don't know, Irish Terrier or something like that, but, you know, you only get one chance. You've got to live it, live your life. When that opportunity comes along, and you can make that change, then do it. Do it. Life's too short. Thank you for joining me on Inspired by Nature. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, click the like button and also subscribe, and also click the bell button for notifications. That'll let you know when I upload the next episode. Also, you can join me on Patreon, or you can buy me a coffee, and also find me on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you again for joining me. I look forward to seeing you back on board Inspired by Nature very soon.